Mr. Speaker, every year at this time, our nation celebrates our birthday. It is the perfect time to reflect on the founding of our country and the principles that made our nation exceptional. At the height of the Cold War with the Soviet Union, President Kennedy, in his inaugural address, reflected on our founding principles. And yet, JFK said, the same revolutionary beliefs for which our forebears fought are still at issue around the globe. The belief that the rights of man come not from the generosity of the state, but from the hand of God. President Kennedy understood the words of our Declaration of Independence. Quote, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." A little more than 100 years before President Kennedy's inauguration, our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln, defended the Declaration and taught all those around him, as well as future generations, how to revere and embrace unwaveringly the sacred and transcendent truths expressed in this monumental document. "Now, my countrymen," Lincoln said in 1858, "if you have been taught doctrines that conflict with the great landmarks of the Declaration of Independence, if you have listened to suggestions which would take away from its grandeur and mutilate the fair symmetry of its proportions, if you have been inclined to believe that all men are not created equal in those inalienable rights enumerated in our Charter of Liberty, let me entreat you to come back. Think nothing of me, take no thought for the political fate of any man whomsoever, but come back to the truths that are in the Declaration of Independence. You may do anything with me you choose, if you will but heed these sacred principles." Today, Mr. Speaker, let us recommit to the principles set forth in our Declaration, that all are endowed by your Creator with certain unalienable rights, among them the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And let those who have admired the leaders of our country who have reasserted these principles, from Lincoln to Kennedy, join together and continue to fight for the protection of these God-given rights, especially the first right, the right to life. Mr. Speaker, I thank you for allowing me to have this time, and at this time I would yield back to the gentleman from Iowa with my thanks for having extended to me this time